Hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. Sit down, please. I would like to speak English today too, to improve my speaking skill. Let's get it started. Apart from a mistake, your performance was perfect. Apart from a mistake, your performance was perfect. Aside from a mistake, your performance was perfect. Aside from being late for school, you are excellent at everything. Apart from cheese, she can eat everything. Aside from cheese, she can eat everything. Apart from rice, she cannot eat anything in the menu. Aside from the rice, she cannot eat anything in the menu. Apart from the negative side, I want to think positively. Apart from the negative side, it was okay. Aside from the negative side, it was okay. Apart from the traffic jam on the road, it was a good day yesterday. Aside from the traffic jam on the road, my day was good yesterday. Apart from the book, you should read something. Aside from the topic, you have to read something. Aside from some talented people, we have to stack up small effort every day to achieve something great. Aside from some talented people, normal people have to do much bigger effort to achieve something great. Apart from the staff working in the company, customers have to enter from the door. Aside from the staff working in the company, customers have to enter the hotel from the front entrance. Apart from the staff, we cannot enter from this door. Only related people can enter from this door. Apart from some staff working in the company, we cannot enter from here. Aside from some staff, the staff working in the company, we cannot enter from this rear door. Apart from some snowy day, my trip to Okinawa was great. Apart from getting stuck into the traffic jam. My day was good yesterday. Aside from getting into the traffic jam, my day was great yesterday. Aside from him, you have to study. Apart from him, you have to study. Apart from the rice, he cannot eat anything in the menu. Aside from the rice, he cannot eat anything in the menu. Apart from Hokkaido and Okinawa, he went to all other parts of Japan. Aside from Hokkaido and Okinawa, he went to all other parts of Japan. Apart from Hokkaido and Okinawa, he went to the other parts of Japan. Aside from Hokkaido and Okinawa, he visited the other parts of Japan. He visited the other parts of Japan. He visited the other parts of Japan. He visited the other part of Japan. Apart from the goods, the other goods are cheap here. Aside from the watch, the other goods are cheap here at this store. Apart from cold weather, this city is very good, very convenient. Aside from the cold weather, this city is very convenient. Apart from congestion, this urban city is very convenient. Aside from the congestion every day, this city is very convenient. Apart from the noise coming from outside, this city is convenient. Aside from the noise coming outside, this city is very convenient. Aside from the expensive price, this city is very convenient. Aside from the expensive price, this city is very convenient to live. Apart from the high price, this city is very convenient to live in. Aside from the high price, this city is very convenient to live in. Thanks to your help, I could achieve my goal. Thanks to your counselor, I could recover from my depression. Thanks to your discussion, I could solve the problem. Thanks to your advice, I could get over today. I could overcome today. Thanks to your help, I could overcome the difficulty today. Thanks to your help, I could avoid being scolded by my boss. Thanks to your help, I could avoid being scolded by my boss. Thanks to your help, I could finish my homework by deadline. Thanks to your help, I could submit my report to my professor by deadline. I have to make a speech at the meeting on behalf of my general manager. I have to make a speech on behalf of my manager. I have to deliver a speech at the meeting tomorrow on behalf of my president. The vice president made a speech on behalf of the president. The vice prime minister delivered a speech in public on behalf of prime minister. The vice prime minister attended the United Nations on behalf of the prime minister. You also have to make a speech in public on behalf of our company someday. You also will have to make a speech in the company, in the meeting on behalf of our company soon, on behalf of our general manager soon. I want to give up drinking coffee for the sake of my health. I would like to give up drinking a lot of coffee for the sake of my health, for the good of my health, for the benefit of my health, for the benefit of my health. My grandfather gave up smoking for the sake of his health, for the benefit of his health, for the good of his health. Many people earn money for the sake of themselves. Many people earn money for the good of them, for the benefit of them. More and more people are eating healthy food for the sake of their health, for the good of their health, for the benefit of their health, for the benefit of their health. More and more people are eating healthier food for the sake of their health, for the benefit of their health, for the good of their health. Many students study hard for the sake of themselves, for the good of themselves, for the benefit of themselves. Some rich people donate much money for the sake of the poor, for the benefit of the poor, for the good of the poor. The Nobel Prizer donated the money to the university for the benefit of the students, for the good of the students, for the benefit of the students, for the sake of the students. I try to sleep 8 hours at least for the sake of my health, for the good of my health, for the benefit of my health. I left 2 pieces of pizza for the sake of my daughter, for the good of my daughter, for the benefit of my daughter. My parents left much money for the sake of me, for the good of me, for the benefit of me. The government issued a state of emergency for the sake of our lives, for the good of our lives, for the benefit of our lives. The government started a Go-To Travel campaign for the sake of the tourism industry. The government started a Go-To Travel campaign for the good of travel industry, for the benefit of the tourism industry. The government started the Go-To Travel campaign for the sake of tourism industry, for the good of travel industry, for the benefit of the tourism industry. The government started the Go-To Travel campaign. 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 The government started the Go-To Travel campaign for the sake of tourism industry. For the sake of tourism industry, for the good of tourism industry, for the good of tourism industry. ¥100,000 was sent to all citizens in Japan for the sake of us, for the good of us, for the benefit of us. 100,000 yen were sent to all Japanese citizens for the sake of us, for the benefit of us, for the good of us. For the sake of, for the good of, for the benefit of, for the sake of, for the good of, for the benefit of, for the benefit of, for the good of, for the sake of, for the sake of. I studied hard for the sake of me, for the good of me, for the benefit of me. I opened the door by means of this key. I opened the door. I opened the door by means of this key. I climbed the mountain by means of these shoes. I could achieve my goal by means of my effort. I could achieve the goal by means of my effort. I could arrive at the station by means of smartphone. I could reach the destination by means of Google Map. I could get to the destination by means of the Google Map. I could get in touch with the person by means of English. I can communicate with many people in the world by means of English. By means of English. I can communicate with people in the world by means of English. I can talk with many people in the world by means of English. By means of English. The difficult question was solved by means of physics. The difficult question was solved by means of physics. I could open the door by means of this key. I could open the door by means of this stair. The problem was solved by means of the money. The problem was solved by means of money, by means of money, by means of money, by means of money. The problem was solved by means of money, by means of money. The problem was solved by means of money, by money, by means of money. The criminal was dragged off to the police station by means of the force. By means of force. The criminal was dragged off to the police station by means of force. By means of force. The criminal was dragged off to the police station by means of force. By means of force. I went to Hawaii by means of plane. I went to Hokkaido by means of plane. I went to Hokkaido by means of plane. I went to Okinawa by means of plane. Your answer is not in line with the information we got. Your information is not in line with the database we have here. So you are telling us a lie. What you said is not in line with the information, the database we have here. So we cannot tell you the information here. In line with A. In line with A. Your email address and password need to be in line with the one you registered to log in. Thank you. The email address and password need to be in line with the ones you registered to log in. My t-shirt was in line with him. My t-shirt was in line with the one of him. The event was in line with my business trip. The sports meeting was in line with my business trip. My travel day was in line with typhoon. My travel day was in line with the typhoon. Unfortunately, my travel day was in line with typhoon. I hope my travel day will not be in line with typhoon or heavy rain and so on. I want to travel in sunny day, in good weather. My opinion is in line with you. My opinion is in line with you. My opinion is always not in line with others. My opinion is often not in line with others. My opinion is often not in line with others. My idea is not often in line with others' opinion. My idea is always not. My idea is always not in line with others. My idea is always not My idea is always not in line with others. Your suggestion is not in line with our policy. The idea is not in line with our policy. So rethink the idea and submit it to me again, please. Thank you. Unfortunately, my trip day is in line, seems to be in line with typhoon. Unfortunately, my trip day seems to be in line with typhoon day. Unfortunately, my trip day seems to be in line with the typhoon. I hope my travel day will not be in line with typhoon. I hope that my trip day will not be in line with typhoon. The injury will disappear in the course of today. The injury will disappear in the course of this week. You will understand the problem in the course of your life. You will understand in the course of your life. You will find the problem easy. You will find the question easy in the course of this year. You will find the answer in the course of this year. You will be able to solve the question easily in the course of your life. The injury will disappear in the course of this week. Your cold will be cured in the course of today by this medicine. Your cold will be better in the course of today by with this medicine. Your fever will go down in the course of today thanks to the medicine. Your fever will go down, decrease, in the course of today. You will learn a lot in the course of the course. You will learn a lot in the course of the lesson. You will learn a lot in the course of the lesson. You will have to cram a lot of knowledge in the course of the lesson. Do you usually take note in the course of the online lesson, online class? The injury will disappear in the course of the day. The injury will disappear in the course of this week. The injury will disappear in the course of this week. Your fever will go down in the course of this day. Your fever will go down in the course of this week. Your fever will go down in the course of today. Your fever will decrease in the course of today. You will come across many difficulties in the course of your life. We have to overcome many things in the course of our life. We have to overcome many difficulties in the course of our lives. We encounter many difficulties in the course of our lives. We face many difficulties in the course of our lives. We face many difficulties, problems in the course of our lives. Many problems are waiting for us in the course of our lives. Many problems are waiting for us in the course of our lives. Many problems are waiting for us in the course of our lives. There are many problems coming up in the course of our lives. There will be many problems coming up in the course of our lives. We have to overcome problems in the course of our life. We have to overcome many problems in the course of our lives. Do you still rely on your parents economically? Do you rely on your parents economically? I used to rely on my friend's car when I go to sports meeting. I used to rely on my friend's car when I went to the sports meeting. I used to rely on my friend's parents when I went to the sports meeting because my parents were always busy. Please do not rely on me and do that yourself. Please try not to rely on others and overcome the problem yourself. Please try not to rely on others, but do that yourself, which will lead to your growth. Please try not to rely on others and do that yourself, which will lead to your growth. Please try not to rely on others, but do everything yourself, which will lead to your growth. I owe my success to my parents. I owe my success to my parents. I owe my success to my effort. Your success. You owe your success to your effort. You owe your success to your effort. You owe your success to your effort. I owe my success to my effort. I owe my success to my effort. I owe my success to my effort. How much do you owe money to your friend? How much do you owe the money to your friend? How much do you owe money to your friend? How much do you owe money to your friend? How much do you owe money to your friend? How much do you owe money to your friend? I haven't owe money to my friend. I haven't owe my friend. I haven't owe money to my friend. I owe getting aching grade 1 to my effort. I owe getting grade 1 of the aching test to my effort. My endless effort. I owe getting more than 900 on TOEIC test to my effort. I owe my success to my effort. I owe my success to my effort. I will eat everything, except that it is not carefully cooked. We will accept all employees, except that they are rude. We will accept all employees, all new candidates, except that they are rude. I could enjoy my trip to Hokkaido, except that it was very cold. My day was okay yesterday, except that I got into traffic jam. My day was okay today, except that I got into the traffic jam. My day was okay today, except that I got into the traffic jam. Your performance was perfect, except that you made a mistake. Your playing was perfect, except that you made a mistake. You are very excellent, except that you are often late for our company. You are excellent at working, except that you are often late for the workplace. You are very excellent at working, except that you are often late for our company. You are excellent at studying, except for you are often late for school. You are very excellent at studying, except that you are often late for school. You are often late for school. As far as I know, she won't come today. As far as I know, we can get 20% off today. I ran as far as the station. 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 Can you run as far as the station, which is 20 kilometers? I swam as far as the island. Can you swim as far as the island? Can you swim as far as the small island you can see over there? Can you swim as far as the island you can see over there? Can you swim as far as the island you can see over there? Can you walk as far as the station? 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 I cannot walk as far as the station anymore. I'm so tired. I will take a taxi. I cannot walk as far as the station anymore. I will take a taxi. You can go. I will take a taxi here. Thank you. I walked as far as the school today because I was very happy. I usually take a train to my school, but today I walked to the school. I walked to school on foot. I walked as far as the school, which is 3 kilometers. Can you run as far as the station? Can you run as far as Tokyo? Can you run as far as Tokyo from here? Could you pick me up at the station and take me to the airport? Please go as far as the station. Please go as far as the airport. Please take me to as far as the airport. I cannot walk as far as the station. My grandfather cannot walk as far as my house anymore. My grandmother cannot walk as far as my house anymore. Are you familiar with computer? Are you familiar with semiconductor? I am not familiar with semiconductor. He is familiar with semiconductor. He is an engineer. He is an engineer. Electronic engineer. Electronic engineer. He is good at electronic engineer. I am familiar with video game. I am familiar with English. Are you familiar with English? Are you familiar with Japanese culture? Are you accustomed to getting up early? Are you accustomed to getting up early? He is very familiar to us. He is familiar to us. He is very familiar to citizens in this city. The comedian is very familiar to us in Japan. The comedian is very familiar to us in Japan. The comedian is familiar to the citizens in Japan. The artist is familiar to people in the world. The artist is familiar to the people in the world. The artist is familiar to people in the world. The artist is familiar to people in the world. The CEO is familiar to people in the world. The CEO of the company is familiar to people in the world. The Chief Executive Officer is well known in the world. The Chief Executive Officer is familiar to people in the world. I am not accustomed to getting up early. 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 Are you accustomed to getting up early? Are you accustomed to getting up early? Are you accustomed to accustom yourself to new environment? Are you accustomed to delivering a speech in public? Are you accustomed to performing in public? Are you accustomed to singing in public? Are you accustomed to singing in front of people? Are you accustomed to singing in front of people? Are you accustomed to holding a meeting? Are you accustomed to organizing a business trip? Are you accustomed to scheduling your trip? Are you accustomed to organizing company picnic? I have to accustom myself to getting up early. I have to accustom myself to getting up early. I have to accustom myself to getting up early. I have to accustom myself to getting up early. I have to accustom myself to getting up early. I have to accustom myself to getting up early. I have to accustom myself to getting up early. I have to accustom myself to making a speech in public. I have to accustom myself to making a speech in public at the meeting. I have to accustom myself to performing in public. I have to accustom myself to performing in public. I have to accustom myself to performing in public. I have to accustom myself to making a speech in front of many people. I have to accustom myself to making a speech at the meeting. I have to accustom myself to making a speech at the meeting. I am not accustomed to making a speech at the meeting. I am not accustomed to making a speech in public. Okay, I will finish speaking here. Thank you for watching. See you next time. See you.